I wanted to share with you the one time recently that I told a client to accept a low paid speaking engagement. If you've been following me, if you know what I'm all about, I teach that you shouldn't do a speaking engagement for less than $3,500 for a 1 hour talk if you are an academic with a master's degree or PhD. And people inside the Power Year Research program are taught that, but they also get the nuance because there are certain situations, if you have clarity and know what you're doing, where it might be okay to lower your price. And in this particular situation, it was right for my client to offer a lower pay. But you need to know what you're doing. You need to have a long-term strategy and plan. You shouldn't just be doing speaking engagements for less than 3,500 just because someone asked you to. So in this particular situation, my client has an online course that she's offering. It's brand new. She just got the link. She just created the course. She needs people enrolled in her course. She's just starting out. She already has a history of doing workshops and speaking engagements for 1 hour. So she has a Rolodex of past clients that she can then reach back out to and ask to do another workshop or talk. In this particular case, she got an opportunity to do an in-person speaking engagement, but she could not do it because she couldn't physically go to the venue to do the speaking engagement. And they were already underpaying her. They were trying to offer her less than 3,500. But here's what I instructed her to do. I said, reach back out to them. Tell them you would love to do the speaking engagement, but you only can do it virtually, and actually offer them $500 to $1,000 less than what they were willing to pay you to do the in-person event. And here's why. The workshop that she's going to do for 1 hour puts her in front of like 50 people that are perfect avatars for the online course that she's trying to sell and enroll people in. And in my experience, when you are able to do a speaking engagement, and she's going to do the same talk she would do even if she wasn't selling anything. So she's not going to directly sell anything during her workshop. But what she's going to do is go in there and do the same workshop she normally would do. But at the end, she's going to say, hey, I have my slides from this workshop available for free, as well as a free ebook with activities that you can do to implement on the things that we're talking about in this workshop. She's going to give them a link. If you click this link, you'll get access to all of that material. Now, the link that they're clicking requires them to enter their email address to get those free resources. Of course, they're going to want those free resources because they're going to want the slides and they're going to want the activity book so they can implement on the things she just talked about. So she has the potential to get paid for that speaking engagement virtually, but also to get like 10 or 15, even more clients into her paid course because now she has their email addresses and she can reach out to them a week later and say, hey, really hope you enjoyed that workshop. I wanted to let you know and give you a special invite into this online course that goes deeper into the things that we talked about so we can set you up for success. And that is an instance where it is okay if someone's offering you a speaking engagement opportunity and you have something to sell to that particular target audience. But ideally, you still want the 3,500 or more. But you need to know what you're doing. So that is the key. Have a long-term play and strategy. Maximize the opportunity, right? So one of the things we talk about in Power Your Research is building equity in your brand. A transaction is just doing the speaking engagements, the speaking engagement and getting your $3,500 check. Building equity in your brand is doing the speaking engagement for 3,500, but making that speaking engagement worth more than that 3,500. Getting email addresses, right? There's lots of different tools that I use when I show up and do panels and events to get email addresses, to give the audience more value in exchange for being able to stay in relationship with them going forward. So now that $3,500 speaking engagement, that $2,000 speaking engagement, that $1,500 speaking engagement actually turns into $10,000 in the coming months. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Drop drop them in the comments. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, drop them in the comments. Sorry, I'm like speaking a mile a minute trying to get this video in, but I hope this helps. Again, if you're new here, my name is Dr. Sheena Howard. I'm the founder of Power Your Research, an academic branding company where I help academics increase their visibility, authority, and income without the expense of a publicist. And I hope